Hi, beautiful. If you've experienced a recent breakup, unexpected breakup, these messages are here for you. I have 3 pals set up just for you in this pick a card. Welcome, come on in. If you haven't subscribed, please feel free to do so, and welcome back if you already did. I am Mystic Rose, this is Divine Essence, and these messages are coming to you today. And the pick a card number 1 is with this beautiful amethyst and the oracle card for the zodiac oracle. This next one is a pyrite, golden pyrite, and you have the Ganesha oracle. This message is coming from the angel oracle, and you have this beautiful tiger's eye with the 5-pointed star, the angel oracles. So then you have 3 pals to choose from, and this again is about getting the answers you need after you experience a sudden breakup. All right. Pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3. Take as much time as you need. Go ahead and pause the video. I will leave everything stamped in the description box. If you personally would like to dive deeper and get a personal reading, also that information will be left in the description box. All right, please stand by. Hi, Pal One. Welcome to your reading. If you chose this beautiful amethyst right here, this is going to be a message for you that you need to know right now that's very important. Not only that, I've already chose some tarot cards, some love messages specifically catered to your pal. And I'm going to set that to the side while I look over here at your oracle cards, okay? This first one is saying your soul. Your soul. Number 2, you may have had some dreams that something was going on. It's giving me you didn't necessarily have a surprise as much as you thought it was a surprise. This breakup, it was almost like you knew things were coming to an end. It wasn't a total hidden circumstance. These things came to you, but you kind of felt it all along. The second card is healing. Oh my goodness. Healing. You are going to receive the healing you need after this breakup. The number 8 could be significant, and the number 20, or number 2, or you could be 28. You might want to look at the placements in your chart if you know anything about zodiac, where your moon placement is, what sign it comes under, like Libra, Gemini, Sagittarius, etc. Chiron is here to help you. Again, this is really a lot of intuition here in these 2 cards. These 2 cards tell me that you're very much intuitive and tapped in. You work at a level of a higher vibration. You are not ordinary. You receive guidance. You have a spirit team that works with you, and you are very well informed, spiritually so and physically so. I was about to say financially. So while you might experience something financial, I feel like you're going to get the comfort and the guidance you need regarding everything as it pertains to your soul, your healing, and your money. All right, let's look at your tarot cards. Let's see. Look at the tarot first. You might be feeling like this deal was more than I wanted to deal with right now. The Four of Swords is the energy, the way she has her hands on her eyes and her head. It was like, yeah, I kind of felt this was going to happen, but this is more than what I want to deal with right now. Let's see your person. Oh, you know what? I forgot. This was the overall energy. My apologies. This is your energy. All right. The overall energy was about knowing it was going to happen, right? You kind of already felt it was going to happen. Something felt like it was already coming to an end. This is really like, you needed to have closure. Maybe somebody just decided to pull the lever unexpectedly, but you kind of knew it was coming to an end because this is your energy. The chariot energy is all about, I had to make a fast decision. Somebody made a decision, but it feels like it might have been you. even though it came suddenly. This decision you had to make. You could have been the one that made this decision. And nevertheless, it might still be somewhat painful. Now, mind you, this is not that you have a whole lot of regret. You feel like you had to move on. This energy is saying, I got the help I need with my spirit team. This is kind of giving me like you got a spirit animal, or just in general, you know you are protected and you're being guided. You're not alone in this issue. Going back to the healing, you're not alone on this matter of being separated and having an end to this partnership that you had. Your person could be a Scorpio as well. This person may feel like, I don't want it to be over. I want us to try again. I don't want to see this end. Again, especially if you pull the trigger. You made that decision. Your person is not feeling like they want it to be over. The overall energy about this relationship may have something to do with finances and stability. Maybe you felt like you had to carry most of the weight. Maybe you feel like you were giving more than they were giving. This feels like you were just saying, I gave my all. Could be Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy as well. But you wanted something that was solid. You don't want someone in and out of your life. You definitely don't want someone who's out there trying to have more relationships with other people. You refuse to be second to anybody. You refuse to place second to anybody. You are the number one, and you expected your partner to treat you like number one. The offering, not playing. This Page of Cups is somebody young, spirited. Could be 50 years old, could be 90. You know what I'm saying? They just have to find out that they need to be at this pinnacle level, a king of pinnacle level. Giving their all was necessary in this relationship, and not being a flirt or being a player. You weren't going to have it. And then what way this could work? No third parties. You refuse to have anything to do with somebody cheating. You refuse to have anything to do with somebody who's not giving you their all, your heart, their heart, a commitment. Let's see what else you got. These next cards are talking about what your person is feeling. After this breakup, they look for you everywhere. You and I were too young. Maybe you got together when this person, like I said, felt young minded. You know, maybe you did get in this relationship at an early age, and now you both have grown apart. And now it's like they still can't get over you. Somebody definitely wanted to have equal give and take. Again, having somebody with foundation mindedness, a stable home. Where are we going? We don't want to just be in this relationship playing games. You wanted somebody who was definitely you can depend on and who was dependable. You wanted somebody who was not flirty and out and about. It definitely gives me you wanted someone who would be honest and fair and true and has some character, some dignity, some honesty. I'm always longing for you. They still can't get over it. It could be you as well. But there's a feeling of reminiscing, daydreaming. Let's see what could have been happening in this relationship. Again, you knew what was going on. You say, I wasn't born yesterday. You saw the writing on the wall. You may have been even tapped in, like I said earlier, with that moon card and this spell work. You already have awareness. You already have connectivity to the spiritual realm. So you realize, you know what? I'm at peace with myself. And I know what I know. It's, it's your fault. You knew what to do. You knew what they were doing. Even when you couldn't put all the evidence on the table, you knew what they were doing. and you refuse to settle for less. And somebody said, I am moving on. We got the chariot card and we have the running and avoiding. So you definitely felt it was necessary. This meant that it was necessary for this breakup to happen. When it did, clearly decide what you want so it comes to you now. Maybe you have decided, and I realize the kind of love I deserve is someone who's going to be passionate, someone who's going to be only for me. I don't have to worry about you out there slipping and dipping and bringing back anything that is catchy. You get my drift, right? It's time to disconnect from the world. You chose to retreat. You chose to move past it. You chose to move on. Your soul's journey said, well, maybe we can be friends. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. You come to the understanding that if I can't have you as my lover, as my man, as my husband, as my wife, we can just be amicable, agree to disagree, and move on. And then you realize that some things come at a time and a season in your life for a reason. Self-esteem. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. So while you might have any sort of feeling of hurt and pain, you are going to pick up the pieces and you are going to have wholeness again with this healing card. You are going to have balance. I heard freedom. You are going to have freedom even. Let's give you some energy cards before I close out your message. Attachment. You might still feel attached to this person. Number 5. That attachment to this person, what does this mean for you? What more do you need to know? Adjacent possibilities. The only way this could work is if it's got to fit your programming, your diagram, your blueprint. It can't be any other way. It can't be your way. It's got to be the best way. You don't want to just have somebody who's not planning to spend their life with you and only you. You want someone dependable. Yeah, you refuse to be playing third party. You reject everything that's not honest, and you refuse to be jealous. Why do I have to play third wheel? Why would I have to be in a situation where a person is playing me? Exactly. I am a person who will be loved. I am a person who will be respected. I'm a person who will be dealt with honestly and favorably, and only me and not anybody else. This one wanted to stick out. You got healer of the ages once again, healing your heart. You see that? Healing of your heart. And this too shall pass. It's going to be better. You said what you had to say. And now affirmations and confirmations are going to be so important moving forward. Okay? Bear with me 1 minute. I'm going to close it out with these cards. Something that you can use on your journey moving forward. In this healing journey moving forward, what can you use? Self-exploration. Peel off the false persona and get to know yourself to find your truth. So this is giving me like whatever I do, I'm going to be sure they know me and I know them before I get in a relationship again, before I give my heart to someone again. Receive. You're being asked to be open to receiving universal gifts. These could come in the form of love, money, compliments, healing energy, and universal wisdom. Know that you're worthy of these gifts and open up to them. Let me give you one more for your soul's journey. I hear expectations. So it's giving me have great expectations for your relationships in the future, that you can have the desires that you most want. Challenge yourself. Do better. Don't set limits on your potential. So it's like you're leveling up. It's a person that's gonna like what you like, do what you like, be all into you and only you. Wow, it's at the bottom. juggling too many things at once, so find time for yourself. This is time for healing, especially for you to find time to be one with yourself. All right? I hope that made a lot and resonated for you. Thank you so much. If you would like a reading, the information will be in the description box below. Gonna be great. Hi, Pal 2. If you selected the beautiful gold pyrite and Pal 2, the oracle from Ganesha, this is for you. These messages are regarding if you experience a sudden breakup with your person. Here's what you need to know. Ooh, harmony 22. Inner peace. I want to almost say there could be potential for you all to get back together. Harmony. It's giving me, when I first saw this card, don't have self-doubt, don't have negative talk, but it definitely gave me a sense of reunion, right? And then the colors on here are expressing a lot of the second chakra. It's this, wait a minute, it's not the sacral chakra, which has to do with your sensuality, having a sense of peace and be in your essence of divinity, divine masculine, divine feminine energy, wholeness, completeness, coming to this place of peace. No matter what, you're comfortable with all that happens. It's going to be all right. What else you have? Guidance. Wow. So this relationship is calling for you to trust the guidance you're getting. Number 33, your master, your ascended masters, you have a connection with ancestral energy. You also are divinely, like divine feminine. You are very much giving me like a chosen vessel, connected. You are uh, in sync with your soul's journey. If not, you will be very soon. All right, so harmony and guidance. This feels very soothing. It feels very angelic almost. And I don't think I've ever felt that before. All right, so before I get into these other cards here, the soul journey, I'm going to look at your tarot cards. And each pal has a different set of tarot cards, you all. So if you came from a different pal, welcome. These messages will be different, of course. So let's talk about overall energy. There might have been a fight. There might have been a disagreement. The Five of Wands. There might have been something you didn't feel like you wanted to compete for anyone's attention. You didn't want to fight in this relationship. You didn't want to force anything. You didn't want to be. They weren't being flexible. It might have felt. You didn't want to just be like you couldn't be dependable, dependent on them. It was feeling like you needed to always say something to get your point across, and you don't want to do that anymore. All right, so let's see your energy. It was a decision. I wonder if this was you who made the decision, or you knew there was a need for a decision to be met. You knew that something had to happen. You knew that some changes. It's almost like going back here and saying, I'm cutting out all the negativity out of my life. So you realize you want peace of mind. You definitely said, I'm going to have peace. And you almost don't feel like at what cost, it doesn't matter. You're going to have peace. Your partner might be, this is definitely a flirtatious player from the Himalaya kind of energy with the Knight of Wands. And so you're nobody's plaything. And you knew that you would not tolerate it. And this might have been the reason for arguments. There's a Tower card here. So that's why I said that this might have been the reason for the arguments. Because that was part of why things were never feeling good. You know what I mean? You don't deserve to be mistreated. And this Tower card, it was almost like bubbling over. Yeah, the fire energy. It was bubbling over. It was about to break anyway. Now, you got to make a decision too. Do you allow yourself to just get totally past everything, this person, move all the way past this situation, keep going? You got better things, you got better plans, you got better things to do. It still feels hurt and pain. There's a sense of, I don't want to have regrets. I don't want to have any remorse. That's what this card is telling me. Okay, Four of Wands. Going back to the energy of the first two cards you got. The first two cards you received with harmony, right? So the Four of Wands is like, they're sorry. There's some energy here that someone is very regretful and they're in pain. I feel there's a sense of, can we bring it back together? Can we have this relationship? I see you, you see me. We deserve each other, is what this energy is with this card. The way they're seeing and looking at each other, about having a happy home, not having somebody out and about playing with your emotions, not being taken serious. Somebody realize, I have to be a person who is respected. I will not be played with. I will not be the only one doing all this relationship needs. I would not put all the work in, or you already have been doing all the work and you're really getting to the point where it stressed you out and you knew there was a time that things had to end, especially if someone is playing trickster energy, a liar, deceptive energy, and hurting you. So the only way this could be harmonized is someone really did their soul's journey's work, really did what they needed to do to be a better person. I don't ever think I saw this arm coming out of here. It's almost like they want to reach back for you, but you've been hurt so much that you refuse to listen right now. Somebody's refusing to listen right now, rightfully so, if you choose that, but you have divine guidance. Let's see what else your person might be thinking right now, because you don't deserve to be in that place of feeling like this. You deserve better. I remember every detail of that day. So whatever happened, they are very mindful of it. But they don't. I don't think this person came to the place of knowing how much they hurt you. I don't think this person realized how far they went was too far. You speak to me through music. They realize that they just can't get you out of their head. Let's see what else is going on in this relationship. I pulled some more cards here. Someone needs to do the shadow work. You made me realize my flaws. They have yet to grow to that level of maturity. You're more someone who's in harmony and in sync with yourself, and you are connected. You have a source of intelligence and spirituality that keeps you balanced, and this person has yet to get to that place. I haven't told you everything, so they may have been hiding some things from you, and maybe you found some things out that they were trying to hide from you, and that's what this Five of Cups was. You had found out something that they were hiding, and these things were painful. Yeah, the secret and the deception card. You realized they were hiding something. You realized they were not being honest. You realized they weren't being mature. You realized they weren't on your level. You realized they were not trying to do better at the time. Let's see what else we have for you. These cards talk about a little bit more of their behavior. I got my eye on you, so they might be searching your social media. They might be looking at things on you uh, when you go to work. For some of you, not everybody. They want to know who you're looking good for. So they realize you're okay with moving on. In some sense, they're a little jealous. Reciprocated feelings. They want you to still care. They want you to feel for them. They want you to love them. The only way you can love them is if they come into the divinity of the divine masculine and step up to the plate. These are financial support. Maybe somebody is a baby daddy and you ask that they do their part and pay up the child support or alimony, and you again are protected. So whatever the situation is going to be as a result from this situation breakup, you are getting the healing you need. You're getting the guidance you need. You're getting the love and support from Archangel Michael, and you're getting protection, preventing you from harm. Source is going to keep you. God is going to keep you. Your love, these messages are coming to you about love. Yeah, this person wasn't connected. That's the second time we got religious in here. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Somebody wasn't willing to be meet you where you are, almost feeling like unequally yoked. They weren't even trying to care about your deepest truths, your deepest beliefs, and they still want to reconcile. Someone from your past is returning to your life. It's potential, yeah. I'm telling you, it's potential. If they're praying and you're praying, they got that. You got the harmony card, which feels like a sense of peace, right? And you got divine guidance, which is a potential for you all to get things right. And maybe they are coming to that kumbaya moment. Or they say, I can't do nothing without you. I love you fully. Let me see what your soul's journey cards are. Ooh, relationship, y'all. I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. So this is very important that you stay one within your mind. Read on some very good books to keep you inspired, encouraged, uplifted. And again, that goes back to the healing energy that you had earlier, or the harmony energy, both of them really. Your Archangel Michael here. And this is saying that when you have a relationship, it will be a relationship that's going to be balanced. And I mean by that, it's going to have a sense of peace, a calm sense of peace. Not somebody fussing, not somebody cheating, not somebody fighting, not somebody retaliating. Okay, what else you got? Oh, look, the balance. Exactly. That's the only way this can work. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. So this relationship is calling for, if there's any reconciliation, it's going to have to be a balance, a perfect balance of give and take in order for there to be harmony for a future if you decide to make things come together, you two together, deciding to come together again. All right. Let me give you some energy cards on this relationship. How to. There's a decision here. There may be a decision to decide if you want to get back together. All right. What more for Pal 2? This recent breakup, Pal 2. What else they needed on? Let's see. This one. Give you one more. I hope that everything resonates for you and that it's something that gives you a peace of mind. The number 2, and again, oh, that's another balance card, you all. Absolutely. Oh my goodness. The only way this relationship can work and you guys can have balance, can have harmony. It may have been a sudden breakup, but it may be just temporary. And then you need to know that they're doing their part and you're doing your part, because all relationships require work. And then I got the sun card for you. So that's always a good look. The sun card is wholeness. This oneness is like the two of you reuniting as one sound consensus. We're on the same page. I see you, you see me, right? Yin and the yang, two and two. You all come together. I think there's potential, pal, too. All right, let me know what you think of this reading. The information for a personal reading is down below. And I appreciate you. Go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe. As always, that helps the channel. Go and be great. Hi, pal, too. Welcome to your reading. If you chose this beautiful tiger's eye with the 5-pointed star and the angel oracle, these messages are coming to you in regards to if you experience a sudden breakup, the messages that you are in need of hearing that are very important. We're going to start out with the two messages from your Angel's Oracle. A no. That's interesting. And, oh, wowzers. Now, mind you, I did not know that that's what these were going to be. Oh my God. What just happened? What is going on here? Oh my God. I am so interested in knowing what this no is. Are you at an emphatic no? I will not get back with them? I chose different tarot cards for every pal and some more messages that are different and unique to you for your messages today. All right, so let's dive deep. I hope that everything is going to be healing, informative, and a blessing. Let me just clear the energy real quick. I do want to do that. Pal 3, I did that for your pal and no others. What I would like to say as well, I'm getting the energy of lighting a white candle. It will soothe you at this time. Healing peace energy will be there through the prayer candle for your soul's journey and you at this time. All right, so let's see what we have for you. The overall energy is Emperor, Boss. Somebody is very, very tapped in to everything. You you know what you want, you know what you don't want. You know who you are, you know who you're not. You got standards. You live by these standards. You have value. You value life, you value love, you value family, you value your career. You're very stable with this emperor energy. You don't take nothing. Going back to the no, you don't play games. There is nothing you will tolerate if it doesn't measure up. And that's probably why you got these no's. The sun card is your energy. So it very much may feel like, I already know I'm a rise above this situation. I'm already ahead of the game. With this emperor, you're already 10 steps ahead of the game. So while it might have seemed like it was a sudden, shocking separation, so forth and so on, I believe you already knew. Your person might feel like they want to make amends. They want to come back. They want to find a way. They want to get back to your heart. This energy is also someone who may be not solid with their commitment. Not solid with their commitment. Have they been like back and forth, running in and out? Didn't have a firm, stable grip. They didn't show you stability. I don't think the other ones had all these major arcanas. You have the Emperor, the Sun, and the Chariot. So this obstacle, this thing that was being challenged is where they wanted to go in this relationship. How things were moving in this relationship. What was it going to take to make this relationship work? Were they willing to put in the work and do what they were supposed to do in this relationship? Also, it could be Cancer or Pisces energy. I got the Leo energy. I got Aries energy. You are all about your business and you are all about having a family that is committed. You are all about commitment. The Emperor card, it's no surprise with this breakup to you. You refuse to be secondary. You are wise. You knew. You found receipts that held you down to making a decision. It might have been you that made the decision, but you had receipts. And the reason why everything is cool, calm, and collective is because you are so in tune with yourself. My, Power 3. You have another major arcana, the Hermit card. 4 major arcanas. You refuse to argue. Look at that. You said I put down arguments. I am not going to stand for less than what I deserve. This could be Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. I think you decided already. You said no twice. Your cards are coming out with 2 no's. And what are the chances and odds of that? Having 2 no's. You said no to this relationship. And then for the outcome to be a 4 of swords and a king of swords, you said no twice. Not only twice, but 4 times. And the major arcana, you said I'm happier now that I moved on past this person. Your person wasn't worthy of you. And you are okay with that. Let's see what the rest of your cards say. I'm being nosy, but that's what we're gonna do for all the all the pals. Somebody was not making themselves available. They were ghosting. They weren't honest. They weren't being there. Just being near you is intoxicating. I almost feel like they were being a joke. They wanted what they wanted. You gave them everything they wanted, but they weren't giving in return. It gives me they knew your value, but thought you would tolerate it. And they thought they could take advantage of that. What else you have? Your love messages. I let my pride get in the way of our connection. See, they thought they could do what they wanted to do. Ego, they were being like a little stubborn, spoiled brat. that they can do what they wanted to do. And it would never break you up. Our love is always there despite the distance. So then they realize you meant business with this Emperor card. You mean business with this King of Swords card. And this is okay because you're coming up with this Sun energy. You realize you deserve more. What else you need to know? Your person, if you love me, you'll do it. They have some type of sensual fantasy. Maybe they were out in the streets looking good for you. Gives me jealousy and energy. Want to know why you always dressed a certain way, talk a certain way, look a certain way. Yeah, popularity. Look, you might even have a social media following, and they just want to know why you always on YouTube or on Instagram or on TikTok, and then feeling a little nudge of jealousy going on here. Always needing to apologize. You got more of these cards than any other pal. Somebody felt like every time I do something, I can just make it up by doing an apology. Yeah, I can go back anytime I wanted to. And you already got 2 no's over here. Prior obligations, hands tied. Prior obligations, hands are tied. They thought because you are committed and you believe in family and you believe in loyalty and you believe in the stability, they thought they could do what they wanted to do. And they thought they could always come back and apologize because you had so much faith in this structure, and structure was priority for you with this Emperor card. Structure meant so much to you, and they thought they could play with that. All right, so let's see what else you have. I've got 2 of these. They're reminiscing. Somebody will be wanting to return, and they're reminiscing. Oh, this is probably not the first time that this happened. Roller coaster, right? They always come back and apologizing. And so it's been a roller coaster ride. This is not their first time. This may have happened several times, if not twice, but definitely it feels like a repetition. Let me give you some love messages. I think you got more other pals too. Your angels, higher guides are saying you deserve love. You are lovable. Look at that. Keep your eyes on what you need. Your focus is on being treated right. The honeymoon, enjoy the bliss of the holiday time together. You want somebody who can be there for you, not just one time, not just for a fast time, not just because it's the holidays now they want to be with you. No, you need to be with me all the time. You need to do right all the time. Past life relationships, you've known each other before. Felt like a cycle. Could be a soul tie. Oh, soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Your soulmate. This person might say, I want to be with you forever. The only way that can happen, you say in another lifetime. I will leave that thought there. In denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. You refuse to be in denial of this person and what they did to you. It broke your heart, and you refuse to be in a denial. You accept that it happened, and you deserve better. Oh, look, you got the sun card and success. You're going to do so well. Moving on. I know that there's no greater goal than to love. You deserve a bright, shining star. Look at the star. You deserve everything you desire. Let me see what else I want to give you. Hold on. You deserve everything you desire. Are there any more messages for Power 3 as I close it out? Power 3. These are practical self-care cards, okay? Power 3. Any other messages for Power 3? I feel like you know what you had to do and you had to do it. Especially with these two no's coming out. That's almost miraculous. I don't even think I have but two no cards in the whole set of oracles. I really want you to understand how big this is. Let me just show you. These are the cards, and these two no's came out. Do you understand how big that is? Look how big that is. Look how big. And you got the two no's. That is huge. That is like for real, for real. And you have the success card and the sun card and all those major arcanas. Oh my God. All right, pile 3. Oh, look, you. I can't believe you got this twice. Pile 3, you are something else. You got this twice. Someone with heavy influence from your past life is with you. So this was a lesson for your soul's journey. That's what this really was. Oh, this is heavy. But you know what? It was a necessity because you got all those major arcanas. I think you got like 4. I may have to count them before I let you go. Hold on. Create a routine. Have a routine helps you limit procrastination and give you structure. So it's almost like you have to be at this new balance and balancing act and getting things accomplished. You already know what you need to do, but being able to get a routine is going to help you continue to do so. Oh, that's a lot. All right. Staying kind, be guided by your heart. Okay? What does it say? Let go of logic and rationality. Ask your angels for help. Seek divine help. Your angels want to support you. Self-exploration. Peel off the false persona and get to know yourself. Find your truth. So you're living your best life. This came up in another pile. So living your best life. Oh, look, a 30-day challenge. Force yourself to do something new for 30 days to form a new habit. All right, so pile 3, I want to look at your major arcanas and then I'm going to let you go because you have so many major arcanas and you have 2 no's. It's really, really, really remarkable to get those 2 cards, okay? I think that is just beyond normal. So that's definitely a message for you to know that you made the, whatever your answer, your question might have been, you got no there twice, okay? All right, sweetheart. So there is a hermit. There is the sun card. There is the chariot. And there is the emperor. All right. Absolutely, you within. You absolutely do have divine wisdom. You absolutely have a brighter outcome coming for you. Use that intuition. Use your intellect. Use your divine power. Talk to your spirit guides. Talk to your divine. Ask God for help. Know that you're on the right path because you are definitely going to have success. It's going to be better. I hope that made a lot of sense to you, helped in some way, shape, form, and fashion. It resonated. And please hit the like button and subscribe. It helps the channel. And if you want a personal reading, the information is down below. Go and be great. God bless. I just want to thank you so much for watching my video, and I hope you enjoy my content.